you already know that mine is 2.5 acres. The other person has got another 2.5 acres, which is a way to go. And we would like to appeal to those that are listening to us. This feedback has started last week. And please, if you're listening to us, due to the limitation of the portions that we have available on Black Friday, please, can you drag another person? Come this weekend as we go, so that you can also secure yours. Because you may be coming at a later stage and you find that the portions are gone. Because I can confirm, Nono, that we only have a limited number of portions per site. Okay? It's not the entire site that we're selling that is available for Black Friday. I think we need to make that very clear. There's only a number of portions that have been floated during this promotion. Once that number is gone, then we close up that site. Even if we still have something to sell, because this promotion is designed for those that can really make a step and begin to invest into land. I think another part of the question where you said what has been happening behind the scenes to just generate this level of excitement. I think what has been happening is what we mentioned last week, Nono, that we were very strategic when we were picking these portions, okay? We were trying to respond to the demands that are on the market. There are people that are looking for land along the Great North Road. We have land in Chisamba. We have land in Kembe. We have got land in Chibombo. So you have options along the Great North Road. Again, when we come to the Great East Road, we understood that there are people that would have the preference of actually securing some farm around the Great East Road. So we actually went for Chongwe, which is in Mpango area. We went for Chitemaresa just after the Chongwe town. And then we also went for Chinyunyu. So you also have quite a number of options that you can consider along the Great East Road. So this has resulted into this excitement that has been observed on the market, Nono, because people are actually getting what they want, okay? So we were just responding to the demand that is on the market. As a result, this excitement is there because we have actually responded accurately to the demand that has been on the market.
Mr. Zaza, my colleague here opened it up by saying we're actually behind the market right now, as in behind our clients. They're ahead of us. And I am really forced to agree with what the happenings were of last week. Personally, I thought we were going to start having heat this week. But no, it happened the very same 15th of the month, and I was expecting it to start this week, so that threw me off a little bit. And then as a result, I also needed to bring my mind to what Black Friday was actually doing. So he mentioned about the teams that came through, where you expect people, one person to buy a portion and then they buy the portion together. So that was really something different. And as a result, we are actually promoting this. There are packages such as what we have in Kembe, where you have something that's 10 acres going at 100,000 kwacha, Mr. Zaza. So as a result, we say, look, if you can't manage this by yourself, 10 acres is rather massive. So you can get this with a colleague, your brother, or at least somebody that you really do get along with, somebody that you're close to. Not just that, no, gender this drinking place, or going to do this, and go for a holiday trip, spend X amount of money. We're saying, you know what, you're about doing things together, do this, achieve buying X amount of land in this section or in this area. We're promoting you to do this. So this is what this is also all about. It's become something that's beyond what we anticipated. So we presume that it's actually even going to become bigger this week, considering it has gained more traction. And then the other thing that was happening behind the scenes is, you see, people see an advert, say your point of contact with us is maybe you saw an advert for Mpango land, which is 45,000 for 2.5 acres. Yes, Mr. Zaza, yeah? So then the point is that you've seen this, but then this person tells you, okay, what type of farming do you want to do? And then he advises you. And then you say, no, I would like bigger land and whatnot. But then the budget is within X amount of context, but you want bigger land. So this agent is then going to advise you on places.
And all sorts of posts directing you to people that you can call if you want to join a particular site visit. So all the information is on Facebook right now. So we are on Facebook, and posts have been made, and we're actually live on Facebook right now if you want to catch up on what we are discussing with regards to Black Friday.
And just to punch in one more time, Mr. Zaza, it was so interesting to the point that, take for instance, in Chinyunyu we had a site viewing on Saturday. We also had to go there again on Sunday, just because the people that were scheduled to view on Saturday, some of them weren't able to make it, so they asked if they could view on Sunday, simply because they don't have time during the week. However, as my colleague here, Mr. Mbewe Adrian, has mentioned, Black Friday is now in full swing. So you contact us, Horizon Properties, whichever agent is going to, of course, respond to your inquiry, they can guide you. Now, we're not just doing Saturday site viewings only, we also have in-week viewings. So contact us, we schedule a day, we get to view. So it's not just weekends now, it's now through the week as well. Confirmed with an appointment, of course.
All right. We now have our ladies, obviously, from Horizon Properties joining us. We have Florence there. Good evening to you, Florence. How are you doing?
Good evening, I'm okay. How are you?
Good to have you here. We also have Chancellor Chairwin, Sales Executive, also from Horizon Properties. Welcome to the show, Chairwin.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right. Now, let's discuss the sites. And I know the gentlemen there were giving a little bit of the highlights, obviously, with some of these sites. What should clients expect to see when they visit the site, say, for example, in Mpango? And who can they call to join this site? I mean, Lutandede was talking about Saturday and Sunday, so let's get into specifics here.
Okay, so before I answer your question, Mr. Nono, I wish to pose a question to the listeners. As in, have you ever wondered why the country has been linked in terms of road network? Why has the government opened up roads? And the answer will be to develop the nation. And we are the people to develop the nation. And Horizon Properties has brought good news with very good prices, affordable pieces of land with short distances from the main roads. And my other question will be, what are people doing in Mukushi as deep as 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers away, when Horizon Properties has got pieces of land just near Lusaka? So I'm appealing to all listeners, come forth and see this Mpango piece of land, which is going at 90,000 kwacha only during this Black Friday. It's fairly priced for an average Zambian to afford a piece of land. There are a lot of developments in these areas. You'll be shocked. People are not even caring whether there is ZESCO, where there are pole lines. There is developments, there are piggeries, there's fish farming going on. So come through and support us. Ms. Adrian.
Yeah, maybe let me let Sansa give out a bit of detail on this and then I'll come in.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Chongwe Mpango is located in Chongwe district, just about 5 kilometers from Chongwe town. That's when you get to the Chongwe bridge, you drive 5 kilometers along the Greatest Road. Right after the Chongwe checkpoint, you turn to the first road on your right. That's the gravel road. So this land is located 13 kilometers from Great East Road. So we have two sizes selling this Black Friday. That's 5 acres for 90,000 kwacha and 2.5 acres for 45,000 kwacha. So like Mr. Katongo had earlier alluded, one can actually come through and partner with either a friend, family member, and get these pieces of land at very affordable prices. You can get the 5 acres at 90,000. You just split it in two. That's 45 each, and you can get the 2.5 acres at 45,000 kwacha and split it in two as well. So yeah, this is a good investment for everybody out there. And so the numbers to call for this Saturday site visit for Chongwe Mpango, you can call Ephraim on 0972 604611. That's 0972 604611. Or you can call Helen on 0973 704033. That's 0973 704033.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people would wonder. She mentioned the aspect that there are Zambia roads, and Mpango sits on one of them. So that particular road that you go after the checkpoint, goes all the way from Great East Road all the way up to Chisamba on Great North Road. Others, it actually goes to join Otkawe Road, the one you use passing through Chipembe, down there all the way up to Kawe. And these are strategic roads. And from Mpango, I would say it has an already existing community. So you don't have to worry about finding yourself in the bush or in the middle of nowhere. There is a clinic right in Mpango at the center of where we are selling these farms. We have almost about 3 schools in the neighborhood. So you don't have to worry about, oh, night I can't tell you, but we're going to school. So schools are there. There is an existing market where, of course, you can do your shopping, not really the Lusaka shopping, but the farm shopping. You can do your farm shopping from there, and of course, get to interact with a number of farmers that have settled in the area. And you know, Mpango is a bit unique because there are certain areas where you go to and you realize to say almost all the trees have been cut. A number of trees in Mpango have been preserved, and even the soils. When you look at the yields in terms of what people are getting after farming, they're good yields, and you'll be impressed, no? So these are areas which you don't have to miss out. Like Florence said, the people who are getting land as much as 80 kilometers in Kush. You're already 300 kilometers away from Lusaka, and then you move again from the tarmac 80 kilometers. Yet you have something which is just 13 kilometers from Great East Road, after Chongwe Mpango, after Chongwe checkpoint, all the way up to the farm. Power is there, and people are there. A lot of Lusaka people actually staying there. I know of 1 or 2 or 3 people who actually drive from Mpango to Lusaka every day for work. And yet you're sitting here and saying, Mpango, first guy megeze wakashiteko list farms for Black Friday for Silverest. But where on earth are we going to list farms in Silverest for Black Friday? So this is an opportunity because you miss out on this next year. Distance last week from 13 would have gone to maybe 25 kilometers because these areas where we're selling farms now, they are slowly turning into residential areas because other people are actually selling plots here. You know, others have gone ahead to actually start building their houses here so that they can stay there and come to Lusaka. So why sit on such, of course, a product? So Mpango is actually something which you need to look out for this Black Friday. Like you heard the price, the actual price for certain farms here in Mpango, we sell them as much as 200,000 kwacha for 5 acres. Others as much as 150,000 kwacha for 5 acres. So you can imagine you get it on Black Friday at 90,000 kwacha. By 5 December, once promotion is seen at Black Friday, your land would have gained 60,000 kwacha more. The business man, you know, it's like a child. By 5 December, you have 60 big profit. This is it. You see? Because if you have to sell your farm after 5th December, after we're done with Black Friday, you'll be selling it at 150 or 200p. So if you've gotten it at 90,000 and you sell it at 200p, 110p. You see? Profit. So these are products we bring to you this Black Friday, and definitely Mpango is not something you can miss on.
All right. Okay, so let's move to Chisamba here, because I know it's obviously one of the most strategic farms to invest in this Black Friday. And I know you were giving numbers then, we'll probably get into it. Obviously this one's for Derek. We'll try to see if we can squeeze in Derek real quickly, as well as Chansa. In terms of Chisamba, and I did hear you mention about people going as far as Chisamba when there's property on this other side of. What farms can people invest in during this Black Friday, and who can they call?
Okay, so for Chisamba, we have a very strategic portions that we're selling in Chisamba. As you know, Chisamba is strategically located because one, it is very close to Lusaka. Secondly, it is actually part of the plan that government has to expand Lusaka as a city. So we expect a lot of investments in Chisamba. So if you can move in and invest into the Chisamba farms that were selling during this promotion, you are actually doing justice to yourself, because you'll be actually getting land at affordable rates, which will actually, or rather which has a very high potential to increase in value within the shortest possible time. But another point why Chisamba is a strategic investment right now when it comes to farmland, it's because of his history of being a farming block that has got a lot of diverse farming activities. Because when you look at Chisamba, you realize the Zamu Beef has got farms there, different farms are there where they're doing quite a number of farming activities. There's livestock, there's crop growing there, different crops are being actually grown there. So if you are considering for Chisamba, you realize that at the location of the farm that, or rather the farm portions that we're selling right now, it is just about 9 kilometers from Watsongola market. That entails that it is actually very easy for you to move your produce from your farm to the market, because 9 kilometers to the market, the nearest market, the network actually is very strong. There's a very good network connectivity, and also the power lines, they're just in close proximity. So if you are looking at Samba and you want to invest, this is actually the right time for you to invest, because we're looking at power being close, the road network is good, network connectivity very strong, and nearest market is just about 9 kilometers from the farm. So if you are listening to us and you want to join us for the Chisamba site visit that is scheduled for this Saturday, actually you can call Caroline on 077 702 let me repeat the number, 077 7002 757. I'll repeat the number, 077 7002 75 and 7. You can actually also call Chansa on 077 64 09 841. I'll repeat the number for Chansa, 077 64 09 841. So those are the numbers that actually you can call. But alternatively, if you can't reach to these numbers that I've mentioned, you can call me on 077 07 215. I'll repeat the number, 077 97 07 215. That's the number that you can actually reach me, and I'll be able to help you to schedule the site visit for Chisamba. So our Chisamba portions are actually have been reduced from 120,000 kwacha per 5 acres to only 75,000 kwacha. So you are saving about 45,000 kwacha. So please rush, because only limited portions are remaining for Chisamba.
Yeah, and just to add on, like he said, Chisamba also has a ready market for this farm produce, because like people know and see, like as you are driving on the Great North Road, you see a lot of people selling fresh produce from the farms along the road, and this tells you a story. The sows in Chisamba are good, very good. We have black sows, especially on the farms that we are selling in Chisamba. And another point again to note is the fact that the road is being done. The road network, despite it being closer to the market, like you said, the Great North Road is also being expanded, of course, into a dual carriageway. This is an advantage, because for those that have farms in Chisamba and were wondering if they could stay on their farm and drive to Lusaka for work, this is the time. So if you're someone who's been procrastinating, it's a challenge for you, because trust me, once the road is done, come next year, these will not be the prices, because it will only take you minutes for you to drive from your farm to Lusaka. So the best you can do is to secure land now. Like we've always said, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. And that Chisamba is definitely close to Lusaka. In the coming years, Chisamba is going to be one of those areas where a number of the residential developments are going to go to. I met a certain white man who was telling me to say, Chisamba is actually the next Leopards Hill. And this is something which people need to look out for. Because 15 years ago, Leopards Hill was like a no-go area. Because there was gravel there, and you can name it, it was just known for farms. Akumikango, Kuja, west with the stones and all that. People would say, have every bad story to tell about Leopards Hill. But what's the story today? So slowly somebody's opening up. Because if you're someone who's wondering and saying, but I enjoyed the Saturday visit, the congestion this side, Kuli Road to Chaminuka somewhere. You can use the Chaminuka route, it's actually shorter. It will get you to Chisamba faster. Even on Saturday as we drive to Chisamba, coming back, we'll show you the alternative route. This is the other route that you can use, which is through Chaminuka down here. But from Chisamba up to Chaminuka, but where somewhere Bonanza there, it's only about 58 to about 60 kilometers. So you can imagine the distance. If you use this one, you will definitely get to your farm faster. So do not worry about the temporal situation which is on Great North Road now, which is the congestion. because there are so many alternative routes. If we want to, we can go through Mungole, through Mwembeshi, direct up to Mwachsombola, because there are these Link Zambia roads which are already in existence. They're just gravel for now, they're not tarred, but they're still passable, even with smokers. So this is what you need to look out for. Because, you know, we always say you don't make investment decisions based on temporal situations, because the congestion situation is temporal. It's not a permanent feature that's going to be there. It's something which is being worked on. So do not make a decision because now you feel like Saturday I can chill for 14 hours. If I move to go to Samba, I'll miss out on this outing with maybe going out with the boys. You see, you are simply treading on very dangerous paths, because like you're selling your future to someone else, your investment, whatever I can say, whatever right words I can use. So the best you do is secure your future now. Get into Chisamba, buy now. Since road there's even an alternative road. If all these roads are tired, you're definitely guaranteed to say access to your farm will be easy, and a lot of people would want to get there, but you would have gone ahead and gotten land there. So these are the features that you need to look at now. Do not look at the fact that no, 10 miles and 2 hours per road. You'll be one of those next that will be saying, where was my father when the friends were getting land? You know, we've had people ask such questions. But when I'm done, the friends were buying land, where was my father? And I've said it so many times on the show to say, when others were buying land, others were busy fighting for council houses in Chilenji. You will be that man now, that grandpa or that uncle who will be saying, he was busy chilling in Ngwere somewhere in Samkastot when people were getting land. Reason, because you've let a temporal situation now make decisions for you. And what happens tomorrow, you have control. You won't have control, no. Because now, those that would have gotten land now will be the ones selling and also staying there and chilling. So it's best to sacrifice now, be on the road, know the Chisamba route, know the Mungole route going into Chisamba, so that you can drive there and do your farming activities. A year from now, you will be driving and vibing on the same road, which is under construction now.
Interesting. If you just joined us, you're listening to Property Focus, and this evening we are focusing a lot on the Black Friday promotions available right now. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
Hello, Black Friday. We have been waiting for you to offload these great deals. Horizon Properties brings you the biggest price slash of the year with a Black Friday promotion. We have acres of land for as low as 10,000 per acre in Chinenu, Chongwe Mpango, Chitamalesa, after Chongwe Town, Chisamba, Kembe, and the famous Chibombo Melon Richlands. Don't wait for retirement. Buy land now. This offers are strictly for Black Friday from the 15th to the 31st of November. That's on 0211260422 Kamilola office and 0211226902 town office. Or you can follow our Facebook pages Horizon Properties Limited or Horizon Properties Farmland. Buy land from the people you know. Buy cheap land from Horizon Properties, the real property merchants.
Definitely buy land from the people that you know. Now let's move to Chibombo and Kembe, because I know they are also part of this Black Friday promotion. Now in terms of future growth potential, because obviously these are areas not so new, but they've been around for some long time. How can people take advantage of this promotion to own land in some of these areas? And most importantly, how are these two sides playing out in terms of people getting value for their money?
Again, I'll respond with a question.
Today, Florence is just asking us questions. Let's hear it. Let's go.
I'm
Let's
here
go.
to enlighten today.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
So I received a call from a group of women saying, Florence, I'm going to put you on Bwela, I'm never say government, Bwela Vichani. My economic zone is Vichani. I said, it means investors are in the country. You need to take this opportunity. So last week, like my colleague said, we had a lot of people coming through to buy land. Women putting monies together to come and buy land. Instead of going to chill in Zanzibar, the real women, the real queens are investing in real properties, real estates, so that when they go on holidays, they know they have a title deed somewhere at Horizon Properties. The real guys also.
You can't just have another seat.
No.
Another seat.
I saw a lot of young people come through Florence. We are into land banking. We are into land Chidimba. We're a group of 5, we buy each other land. Every 3 months, we put monies together, we buy land. So Chivombo is a must invest in. There is a lot of economic value attached in this area. So I encourage someone out there, come and buy land in Chivombo. Roads are done. Like I said, Zambia has already been linked. You can move from Mumbwa Road into Chivombo. Great North Road is not the only road linking to Chivombo. There are a lot of routes taking you to Chivombo. So please come through and support us during this Black Friday. I'll hand over to Derek.
Okay, so indeed, I think just in addition to what Florence said, I think when you look at our catalog, I believe that those that had an opportunity to actually get to see the products that we have on this Black Friday, you realize that Chivombo and Kembe, they have got something in common. And that is the size. Okay, so Chivombo, you are getting actually 10 acres at 100,000 kwacha, and Kembe, you are also getting actually 10 acres at 100,000 kwacha. So when you look at Kembe, you are saving about 50,000 kwacha. You look at Chivombo, you are actually saving almost 50%, because our market price for Chivombo farms, 10 acres, they are going for 200,000 kwacha. But during this Black Friday, you are getting it at 100,000 kwacha. So we wanted to appeal to those that are listening to us, that these 2 particular farms that we're selling, you can, like Florence said, we experienced actually something that really made us as Horizon Properties be very proud of ourselves because of this program. People coming together, buying land together and share. Now imagine you are getting 10 acres from Chivombo at 100,000 kwacha. We just want to put up a scenario. You are a group of women doing village banking. You are putting monies together. Do you know that if you can just mobilize yourselves, 10 of you, you get 10 acres from Chivombo, you'll be actually getting 1 acre at 10,000 kwacha only. Okay? 1 acre belongs to you and you get it at 10,000 kwacha. Simple. And you can actually do a bit of farming. You can have food for next year. So we're appealing to those that are listening to us to say, please take advantage of Chivombo and Kembe, because you are getting 10 acres at only 100,000 kwacha. Whether you are partnering or if you can manage, you actually get that 10 acres by yourself and venture into farming. And one thing that we would also like to mention, that these 2 farming blocks, they are very close to the nearest gravel road, the main roads. Because when you look at Kembe, it is just on about 1.6 kilometers from the main gravel road. You look at Chivombo, actually Chivombo is a frontage of the smooth gravel road. That entails that if you are going to farm this farming season, you are not going to have any difficulties when it comes to you moving your crops from your farm. Either you are taking to your home or you are taking to the market, because the road network is very good. And Chivombo is just about 200 meters from the nearest clinic. So there you go. You actually have development within the farming block. So if you are listening to us, please come through and be able to take advantage of these farms that were floated on this Black Friday. Because Florence mentioned the economic zone. Actually, the economic zone in Chivombo is already built. The structure is there. I think those of us that usually use the Great North Road were able to see the economic zone that has been constructed. I think not so long ago, actually the president visited that area and we were able to watch from the TV. That speaks to how development is actually spreading across. Remember, we've been talking about the regional development plan to expand the greater city of Lusaka. Chivombo actually is part of that plan, because as we expand, look at Lusaka. Lusaka is highly congested. We've got compounds where planning actually, or even to replan, it is very difficult. I think that is why government is looking at expanding to decongest Lusaka. So if you are someone that is listening to us and you are looking at where you can invest, Chivombo and Kembe, these are actually very ideal right now, because if you're getting 10 acres at 100,000 kwacha, imagine how much that land will be when actually Lusaka extends up to Chivombo. Okay, so if you're listening to us, please schedule a site visit with us and be able to take care of your portion. Like we mentioned earlier, these are limited number of portions now. Already last weekend we sold some, and we only have a few that are remaining for this particular weekend that we are actually approaching. So if you want to actually join the site visit and view Kembe or Chibombo, I would like Florence to actually give us the numbers that you can actually call, so that you can be able to schedule your appointment in advance. If anything, please, as you reach out to those people that we are going to shout the numbers for, please ask them to send you the site plans so that you can pick your portions in advance. As you get on the ground, it will be just a matter of you seeing where those portions are. Already you would have secured. Please, only limited number of portions are available. Florence.
So for Chivombo, you call Silas on 0972 604614. I'll repeat. Silas 0972 604614. Or Benson on 0979 644250. That is Benson on 0979 644250. Then for our Kembe, we have Chama on 0979 189707. 0979 189703. That's Chama. Or Changu on 077 002757. Changu on 077 002757.
Thanks so much, Florence. Now, let's go to another area, Chitemalesa as well as Chinyunyu. I know these are areas as well that are also receiving massive attention as we speak right now during the Black Friday. How can people join the Saturday visit to these areas, and who can they contact?
Mr. Zaza, I'm really going to call in Mr. Adrian here for Chitemalesa, unless Mr. Derek wants to throw himself into it.
I think let me do that one. Yeah. So Chitemalesa, like Derek mentioned when he opened the shop, when he was speaking, he actually mentioned, said this is after Chongwe Town. So it's actually a few kilometers from Chongwe Town. For those that drive on the Greatest Road, would attest to the fact that from Chongwe Town, it's just roughly around 15 to about 20-25 kilometers somewhere there. And then 6 kilometers off the tarmac. This is the land that we have in Chitemalesa. So it's actually before Chinyunyu. So after Chongwe Town, Chitemalesa, then you get to Chinyunyu. So it's only 6 kilometers from the Greatest Road. The land is adorned, of course, with trees. See, the trees are there. The soils are good, the access is good itself. The community is built, a lot of farmers have actually settled there. And right now, when you go there, number one. So what you do is that take advantage of these this promotion that we bring to you this Black Friday. I know Florence was emphasizing the fact that no, come and support us. For me, I would tell you to say, come and buy, because this is an opportunity. It's like Niloto, you know, the way people used to rush for Lotto, to play Lotto, or Makwachamenya those days. This is it. You shouldn't just, people shouldn't just be learning for those quick money and scams. Don't rush for those. This is an opportunity for you to make the money. It is an opportunity that Horizon Properties is providing. We're giving you an opportunity to buy land this Black Friday. Come and buy. For me, I would say it's not negotiable. The best I would do is go and break the bank and buy. Because trust me, after Black Friday, like Derek says, this land is going back to 120,000 kwacha, 4 or 5 acres. And who knows, there are road expansions, and he talked about the expansion of the greater city of Lusaka. We could be talking 1 acre plots here in Chitemalesa. So I'm not saying come and support us. What I'm saying is that come and buy, because you won't find an opportunity like this. Don't drink your way to retirement. Invest in land. What's that chilling at every weekend and all that? I think the little monies that you have here and there, you can simply put them together and buy. You have an opportunity to pay something now. Maybe let's say this for 75, which is in Chitemalesa. You pay something like 35 now before the promotion ends, which is December 5. You know, figure out Abapakata and see how best you can actually get to buy land. You know, we have the tendency of seeing Zambians, others even selling their cars, because they want to take part in December. They just want to chill during December. Why are you doing that? This is an opportunity. You're better off selling your car to buy land, because you're rest assured, say after Black Friday, to be worth 120p. You see? So these are opportunities that we're giving you this Black Friday. So if you're someone who wants to, of course, join the Saturday site visit, which is this Saturday, call Chango. So the number to call is for Chango, which is 0777 0777 002752. So 0777 002756. That's Chango's number. And then you can also call Ngosa on the number 0972 784666. Call Ngosa on the number 0972 784666. Like Derek said, we have limited slots available. Sikuti tilichena land yote zamba kungojua but mumajua maningi land. Here we have limited slots available. We find that in certain sites maybe we just have about 10 slots, because the rest is not on Black Friday. So we have land in Chitemalesa which you need to take advantage of this Black Friday. Let me around to talk about Chinyonyo.
Well, in the very same direction as Chitemalesa, we have Chinyunyu. Chinyunyu comes actually a few kilometers after Chitemalesa comes Chinyunyu. And the best point at which I could pin people to as to when you branch off the Greatest Road to get to this land is the hot water spring, the Chinyunyu hot water spring, which of course it's the land itself branching off from Greatest Road is 200 meters going towards, or rather heading towards the east before the hot water spring. So you turn to the right, and now this is on a road, a well-maintained gazetted gravel road that leads to Lower Zambezi. So you move on this road, and then to get to the land itself, you branch off this road 1.5 kilometers off the road that leads to Lower Zambezi to get to the land. And then what you find is, of course, land that has its indigenous trees still intact, which indicates as to its state of being a virgin farmland. So you get to break it in yourself. Kulibati nifuna kuchita, what do you call that? Organic farming, and I can't because no, somebody adulterated the land when I fuck up for fertilizer or anything. No, you start it out yourself. You plan out what you want from scratch. So these are some of the things that, of course, the land has to offer. Beyond that, this benefit, or rather advantage, caters towards all the lands that we have, for the most part, that is. So for all the lands that you'll be buying on Black Friday, it isn't like uzagula weka uzankala weka mkamunzi at no ninkala surrounded by makaminzi. I always feel very uncomfortable saying that, but yeah, it nonetheless needs to be mentioned. It's going to be a place where you've bought your 5 acres, you've got your neighbor who's bought 15, 10 acres, or even 5 as well, and you're surrounded, or rather you're in a farming block of that nature. You see? So you're surrounded by like-minded people that have the same interest as you. So you're worried about security the same way, meaning if your caretaker is acting funny, neighbor can notify you, oh no, your caretaker is acting funny or whatnot. So as a result, you work as a community of people that are like-minded and share the same interest as well. So this is one of the advantages that you're going to have, of course, buying into Chinyunyu and the other farmlands that we have on Black Friday. And then the other thing that we did during this this viewing on Saturday is that one of the clients that was viewing, we took them as far as seeing what the other client has done with a portion in Chinyunyu that they bought on the last Black Friday that we had, the 2024 Black Friday. Now, these people have now set up a tank and obviously solar irrigation system and everything, and they're doing farming throughout the year. Wanagula have 10 acres, they're looking to expand this year, so there are also those deals that that we're going to close. So at least they're going to have exemplary places to look at. Okay, if my neighbor can do that, I'm also looking to do this. As a result, Nobo Peza Beba client for many when they called in and actually paid for the 5 acres before viewing. She's now looking to get an extra 5 acres, of which we're now looking to close in on that deal as well. So I am a deals and etikamba, but it's not just to know come and kuzimbe samusha, no, we have this and we have that. No. I'm going to steal some of Mr. Mbewe Adrian's words here. Don't come support us. Come support yourselves through us. Because you know that the land is secure, you know that the people are not going to mushroom and disappear. There's no scamming here. These are legit lots of land. Come secure your portion, and then definitely we move on from there. Close the year on a better note and check back to know Nagulama off the counter products.
Okay, so obviously, real quickly before we wrap up our conversation this evening, given the rate at which land is appreciating in some of these areas, what are buyers risking by procrastinating instead of securing a plot now?
Mr. Zaza, I think the simplest of basic things that I would mention are, you see, delaying to buy a plot now, what you're doing is that you are missing out on getting the best position lots on the said sites. Take for instance, if you're going to buy something from Chinyunyu right now, Uzapeze kat Yenangu, they are closer to the main gravel road. Yenangu, the corner plots. So you get to choose what is more ideal for you. Unlike Lutanda Buela Gula Pakona, Panafuna, or rather even Pakona that is even closer to the main gravel road. Adrian Abuela Naeva Gula Maposhon yake ya tatu. Mr. Kedrick comes also, buys also his 5 acres and whatnot. Mr. Zaza, as a result, is about Pezekat, if you're coming from a last minute, you're going to buy whatever is left. That's what you're going to choose from. So that's what we encourage people, Buelan first, so that you choose the best lots. Unlike Wambo choosing what else is remaining. Other than just that, now this speaks as to taking advantage of this Black Friday. Mr. Zaza, if they don't take advantage of this Black Friday, what's going to happen is that they're going to miss out on an acute spike increase in value, rather value gain. You see, we always come here and say this now, is that Mukagula say a plot on its original price ni 100,000. And then per Black Friday it's at 75,000 kwacha. The moment you buy it and Black Friday is over, you as an individual, that means your property value has gained by 25,000 kwacha. So now we encourage people to take advantage of this spike in value increase. Otherwise, manje zapezekat no mugula manje ya mene at the original price, say the 5 acres is going at 100,000 kwacha off Black Friday, and you buy it at that value. That means you're going to now have to start waiting so that your value gain is over time. Say over a period of 1 year, that land that you bought at 100,000 kwacha gains 20,000, but now that's over a period of 1 year. Now that's just an example. But okay, go up a Black Friday. Immediately Black Friday is over, many apple value gain or value spike increase. And then also I would like to make mention, this Black Friday is from the 15th of which Tapito Delapa 15th, the 15th of November to the 5th of December. So that means as well, you're going to have to clear or rather pay the whole lot of the said amount for whatever lot or other site that you're buying into during this period. Kulibat no, nizasiri zolipila mu January, nizasiri zolipila mu March. Black Friday is a promotion. As a result, these are packages for this promotion. Otherwise, we're going to revert to the original price, and you miss out on the value gain as a result of the promotion.
Yes, and indeed, no, I think we would like to actually stress this fact again, that these promotions that actually we bring to our clients is actually for them to actually support themselves. Okay, as they come, as Lutanda said, they are coming to support themselves through us. I'll give you an example. I just had a glimpse of looking at the catalog actually that we produced in 2023 for Black Friday. You won't believe this, no. In 2023, we had farms in Chibombo, okay, and these were packaged in 20 acres lots. And these lots, on Black Friday, they were going for 80,000 kwacha, 20 acres. But 1 year down the line, we are still in Chibombo. Guess what? The amount of land has reduced, but the price has gone up. Now we are selling 10 acres in Chibombo, going for 100,000 kwacha. In 2023, 20 acres going for 80,000 kwacha. 1 year down the line, 2025, 10 acres going for 100,000 kwacha on promotion. Okay, so what we're saying is that please come through and help yourselves, because land is no longer being created. This is actually a huge window for people to actually acquire massive land on very discounted rates. So as you come through, please remember that Horizon Properties has only 3 locations. If you are speaking to someone who is masquerading as someone who comes from Horizon Properties, ask them about their location. Our own location is, we've got an office in Kablonga along Chindo Road, which is just on the 2nd floor at Old Kablonga Shopping Center. Along the same road, we have our head office in Woodlands, which is just right opposite Woodlands A Primary School. Then in town, we have got our offices there just along Katondo Street on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. For those that would like to reach us through social media, we have got our presence on Facebook. So Facebook, we have the main page, which is Horizon Properties Limited. And then we also have Horizon Properties Farmlands. We also have Horizon Properties Residential page. Away from those pages, we also have a page that is exclusively designated for Green Village. That is the Horizon Green Village project. So if you want more information pertaining to our Black Friday promotion, contact numbers in case you didn't get any numbers that we actually shouted here, please lash to our Facebook platforms. You actually find yourself, or rather you land yourself on any contact, because the contacts are everywhere. You can just pick any contact, express your interest, which farm you want to view this coming Saturday, and any person that you're going to call, whether their number is appearing on Chibombo but you want to view the Chongwe farmlands, they will still help you by securing your slot in advance. As we mentioned earlier, these roads are just limited. So please and be able to help yourself through Horizon Properties. And also, Nono would like to just give a hint to those that are listening to us. We have got something exciting coming their way. That is from Silverest. Silverest, we're going to have some residential plots, very prime, located very close to the Great East Road. So if you're someone that is looking for a plot in Silverest area, please look out for that site that is coming up very soon.
All right, I guess this is where we have to end it. I want to say thank you so much for coming through. It's always a pleasure to have you guys from Horizon Properties.
Always a pleasure being here, Mr. Zaza.
All right, there you have it. That's it for today's episode of Property Focus. Be sure to catch us next week on